Okay, guys, we are going to take a look now at a particular document. Let's take a look at how you would analyze it. And again, I just can't stress enough that what's so important here is that we're doing all the steps of analysis that we want to do. I'm going to outline those out for you guys today in this tutorial, so you're going to see this. It's so important for good writing, but also to help you for the AP test that's coming up. So whenever we get a passage, the first place that we want to go to is the question itself. So let's take a look at that. Remember, whenever we're taking a look at the question, I'm just going to outline it out for us. We're going to want to take a look at the following things that are going to be important. Number one, we want to take a look for those historical thinking skills. Okay, so that's the first thing that we want to look at, historical thinking skills. The second thing that we're going to be taking a look for is the historical content. Okay, what are we asking? What are we being asked to do? Okay, with those skills. And then the third thing that's really important. The third thing that's really important is that we want to take a look at what is the theme, okay, that we're being asked to look for. And in that case, remember, we're always looking at inspect. Okay, so interactions with the environment, social, political, economic, cultural, and technological. Okay, so I'm going to change up my color here to make this a little bit different for you guys. But evaluate the extent. Okay, this is something you're going to commonly see on the AP test. You want to see that, trust me, because what you're doing there is that you're going to be doing some analysis, but there is not really an either or. Okay, in this particular case, we're always going to see sort of like a degree, okay, off of what the argument is going to be about. Okay, so evaluate the extent to which newly independent African countries, okay, so in that particular case, here's our content right here, okay, newly independent African countries succeeded in achieving economic independence. Okay, now this one's kind of tough because it's not like a straightforward historical thinking skill, but if we think about, achieving economic independence, this sort of here is like an effect, right? So we know that this question is probably going to be more about like cause and effect, okay, when it comes to this typical type of question. Now, the other thing that's going to be really important that I want to stress is you always want to take a look for the time period. Okay, time periods are really important in questions because it gives us sort of like bookmarks on where we're looking for on stuff. Okay, so that's the first thing. We're always taking a look at what the question is asking us to do. In this particular case, we're being asked to evaluate, so make a judgment, analyze. Okay, cause and effect about economic independence, and it's in the 20th century. Okay, next thing we want to do is go to the source. We've got the source down here. Let's go ahead and change up the color a little bit, make this a little bit different for you guys. So we're going to come down here to the source, and who's this guy, Jerry Rawlings? I have no idea, but I do know that he's the president of Ghana. That already tells me something, because I remember this is about decolonization, okay? So now I've got an idea behind that. It's an excerpt from the Economic Recovery Program. Ooh, nice. So there's my inspect theme, right? I know that this is going to be about the economy. Okay, a government document adopting recommendations. Ooh, that's important. World Bank. Is there anything that I can remember about the World Bank? Yeah, I remember that they give out loans to people, okay? And I know those loans have to do with industrialization. So already, I know a lot of stuff about this passage. I haven't even read the passage, and I already know a ton of stuff about it just by going to the context clues that are given. But now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to read for the gist of this overall passage. Okay, so we're going to change up the colors again. I want to change that up just to make things a little bit different. So I'm actually going to get rid of this here. I'm just going to say, we're reading for the gist of this particular passage. Now I'm always looking for like a basic understanding, like about 5 to 7 words of this. So when I read through it, there's a lot of information here about, giving money in order to have like different types of industries like logging and mineral processing and all that sort of stuff. But they talk about how, they want to try and get some loans and they want to try and develop their economy. So in the end, what have I got out of here, right? He's writing about loans for Ghana's development. Okay, so pretty simple kind of stuff, right? And notice here, I really tried to make that as simple as possible. Didn't want to go too much into depth off of that, okay? So now that I'm all done, what I want to start doing is, I want to do that box method. Okay, so remember the box method is sort of like around the article. I want to start putting down some notes. So I've got it down here, although on the day of the test, I was just using this to sort of like circle your overall passage. Okay, so what's my inspecting? Well, there are 2 of them that I can get here. One is the economy, but the other is government, right? Okay, so they're establishing like government policies on the economy. So I got 2 things there. Also some things that are important. Down here in the title, I know this is about the World Bank. Okay, I know too, I remember in order to get that money right, you had to do certain rules, and that's what that passage was all about. So that kind of reminds me of the IMF. Okay, and if I can remember with globalization, what that means is that they wanted to lower tariffs, right? So if I can remember, oh yeah, there's that general agreement on tariffs and trade that helped to like lower tariffs over time, right? So what's my overall like summary of this article? Okay, President of Ghana. Okay, notice here I'm going to just abbreviate because it's really not important to me that I have like full sentences. These are just notes. President of Ghana wants loans to industrialize. Okay, so now I've got context, I've got a summary, got a lot of good information here, right? But who is this guy? Who's talking? Well, I don't know who this Jerry Rawlings guy is, but I am given some information about his position in society. I know he's the president of Ghana, right? So I know that he's a leader of a developing country. Okay. So sorry about that. Let's go ahead and choose that a little bit. So he's a leader of a developing country. Okay, cool. So what is his purpose behind all this? Well, now that I've got all this information down about the economy, government, is leader of a developing country, and on top of that, he's trying to get loans, right? I know what his purpose is here, right? He is trying to, he wants to encourage World Bank to give money for Ghana's development. Okay, so that's really what he's after here. Notice what I'm not doing. I'm not just going up to the passage and saying, okay, I'm just going to copy down what he's saying here. Rather, I'm reading it and getting a sense of, the overall context here tells me he's really interested in getting money so he can develop Ghana, right? Okay, now that I'm all done doing all those notes, now I can do my document analysis. And remember what we talked about with document analysis about what we want to do. We're going to start off by citing the document. So let's just imagine this is like document 1 in a DBQ, right? So I would say like, document 1, okay, argues for the World Bank so I would argue, document 1 argues for the World Bank to give money, or even better, to give investment. There we go. I like that better. Okay, to document 1 argues for the World Bank to give investments to Ghana. Okay, so that's just basically like a summary, right? Now notice it's specific, okay? I didn't give something general, I gave something very specific here. Document 1 argues for the World Bank to give investments to Ghana. Okay, this shows that developing countries' leaders wanted to industrialize. Okay, so now I've done most of the things I need to do here, right? I've given the document. Okay, here's my citation of the document, right? Here is, down here, I demonstrate, here's how it supports the argument. But there's still one level I've got to do. And I'm going to change my color here because this is the part we're struggling on that I really want to make sure we get. And it's giving analysis. So I'm actually going to put that in here. You obviously would not write this, okay? But I'm going to put this in here because this is the third part we've got to start doing. And that's choosing, am I going to do point of view, am I going to do purpose, or am I going to do audience, okay? Now in this case, I've done a lot of stuff that I wanted to do up here, but I want to give one more thing. I'm going to give it on the audience, actually, this case, okay? So here's my audience right here, right? This is who he's writing to. So I can just say, the audience for document 1 was international institutions who, or that, would give investments for development. Or actually, something better, international trade. That way we provide something that's not so repetitive, but we do give a little bit more context. So guys, take a look at what we've done here. It's so important. I can't stress this enough as we're finishing up this tutorial. There are 3 levels to document analysis. 1 is the summary. Okay. 2, right here, is the support of the argument. Okay, and then 3 down here is analysis. So this is our third part right here. Okay, so you really got to do all 3 of those, and I hope giving this specific example shows you the process of doing that. I know it sounds like, this takes a lot of time. Obviously, for this tutorial, it took a good amount of time, but you want to get into the habit of doing that. And if you can do that, you can establish rather quickly those 3 levels that you got to deal with documents: 1 summary, 2 supportive argument, 3 analysis. I hope this helped out and gave you a specific way that you can start attacking documents. Thanks a lot. See you guys in class.